All right, man. First thing we got. This ain't a rumor. This is a fact.
So
the
you're
76ers.
starting your segment off.
It's a fact, but we didn't talk about it. The 76ers have fired Daryl Morey.
What the hell are you doing over there?
Y'all threw me off. The 76ers have fired Daryl Morey.
The littlest amount of pressure. Y'all threw me off.
What did they fire him as?
The president of basketball operations.
Yes.
Yeah, man, this happened. It is interesting. Some hits, obviously, in Daryl Morey's career. He's been around for 20-plus seasons. He's built some really good teams throughout the years. None of them are able to get over the hump. I think this is on the backs of, like, the Jerry McCain trade really mattered to the fan base, obviously.
It seemed to matter to Joel Embiid, too. He's been very vocal about that.
I mean, even Tyrese Maxey was vocal about it. I think that's just one of the pillars of the, I'm going to use mistakes in the Daryl Morey
y'all
thing.
look at the Paul George thing as one of the pillars?
I think Paul George is one of the things.
In the moment, it didn't feel terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But as it progressed, it got worse.
I think the reason it didn't look terrible is that he publicly said, like, we understand that the back half of this contract may be bad, but we're getting him for today. Mm-hmm. And if he can help us win today or next season, then,
and they immediately went to the lottery.
And then even the Joel Embiid contract, I think those are the three pillars of the mistakes, if you will, of what Daryl Morey did.
I can't really label the Joel one a mistake. He was coming off an MVP.
But he's coming off 7 knee surgeries as well. I think it's not the mistake is not giving him money, it's the timing that you do it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Anybody it's like the Jakob Poeltl thing. Jakob Poeltl was eligible for extension, but his current contract didn't end for another 2 years. Right? If you could have just waited and see who Jakob Poeltl was going to be and then pay him. There was no real rush to pay Joel Embiid, and they rushed to pay him. And now you look at him and be like, as good as Joel Embiid is, he's still one of the best in the world when he's playing. It is a bad contract.
Yeah.
And it goes for the next 4 seasons.
I couldn't imagine a world where Philly trades him either. Like, he's going to be a Sixer for the rest of that contract.
Yeah, he keep going to the podium or something. If I'm here, you're going to be there.
Trust me, your contract will make sure you stay there. Because a lot of teams around the league probably not going to be trading for
They would love to have him,
center.
but yeah, not with the injury baggage that comes along with him, unfortunately.
I've been trying to figure out, like, if it did happen, what team would do it. It's hard to get there, man. Mm-hmm. The only team that comes, and I don't even think it's realistic, but Brooklyn does not have their own picks for the next couple seasons.
Here go Terrence, man.
They keep talking about how, like, again, they're not trying to rebuild or anything now that there's no reason to. They always are trying to get in on Giannis if he's available or so-and-so if he's available. Joel Embiid is a cheap in not cheap in money, but cheap in value type of player. Just be like, hey, Brooklyn, we got a superstar.
Yeah.
But even that don't make sense.
How would your fan base feel if it's like, yeah, we got this 1-2 year window. It's not even a contention window.
I think I think in this hypothetical, it's not even thinking about contention. It's just getting butts in the seat because Joel Embiid is going to play, but maybe he won't.
I think that's
Darius Acuff, pick and rolls.
To even that point, it's like it's such a stretch. Mm-hmm. It really feels like such a stretch, and I think it still carries the tag too for Joel Embiid, where that's your friend. That's one of the best guys in your franchise history, mm-hmm. and if to trade him away just because the contract looks bad, the injuries and everything like that, and I don't know how bad the front office is just like are ready to go to the next step, but it would feel like the wrong thing to do to just trade JoJo away for nothing.
Yeah, I think there's a word where since Joel is at odds with the front office, since he was very vocal about going into the tags, being aggressive at the deadline, and he's been saying this like the last 2 years, since they didn't do any of that, is there a word where he went into the ownership and was like, hey, it's me or him?
I'm probably not. I mean, I can't say for sure, no, but I don't know if that feels Joel Embiid like.
Because he seems like he really wants them to be aggressive and make moves.
But in the same vein, I can understand why they wouldn't, because he does. He even in this playoff run, which in the beginning ended up being really good and ended up getting swept by the Knicks, he missed multiple games within it. Yeah. So like, I think that ownership obviously told Daryl Morey to get under luxury tax. I think he just picked the wrong asset to trade away in Jerry McCain. I don't know. I don't think Joel Embiid walks in there and say Daryl got to go.
They also had the real rumor of this report is the guys that Daryl Morey pursued.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Wiggins, mm-hmm. AirPods. There was so many guys on that list. So
because in his mind, he's acquiring the extra first-round pick to trade right now before the deadline, and I guess nobody bid on that extra first-round pick.
Next thing,
but very real. You can send him to Chicago. It just won't be player for player. All of those picks you got, like how much are you willing to get rid of that money?
Talking about Joel Embiid?
Joel Embiid money.
Do they want Patrick Williams money?
I would take that over Joel Embiid.
Yeah, no, they would just have
bet
to.
y'all would.
He has to be in the deal.
Yeah, he would have to be.
I'm keeping Joel Embiid.
Yeah, same. But I do wonder, like, this new regime that's going to come in, what do they do to pivot? Because this team is Daryl Morey's vision, and y'all know it's always about changing things.
First domino is going to be that Paul George
I think
contract.
it is Paul George, yeah. And I think it's at least one first to get off of that. And then maybe it is the first you acquire for the Jerry McCain trade. But
Also, I think the
I don't know if it's a
76ers
good
seem like they
job.
love him so much. They might
tough.
They might ask him, where do you want to go?
Joel,
Yeah.
in the hypothetical, maybe, yeah, I can see them doing that.
They might respect it.
But it's not like he's going to be like the Lakers, and the Lakers will be like, yep, we got it.
I don't think they
It's
can
gotta
do
be
that.
mutual on both
They're not going to
sides.
be able to do that.
I think Joel Embiid is there. The easier thing to do is the Paul George thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think teams would, be like, yeah, we'll take that 2 extra years on for a first. Maybe that's here. Because what pick do they have this year?
24,
I would take 2 years of Paul George for the 24th overall pick.
24, 25, yeah.
No, if it's 25, no.
25 is where he drew it.
Yep.
Was the pick that the Sixers got from OKC, was that OKC's pick?
No, that's this pick that we're talking about. This happening in this draft. I don't know. I want to trade up from 15 more than get an extra pick at the back. Or maybe we get that pick and we use that to move up to 13. You know, so we can go draft that guy.
Because 13,
It could be a lucky number.
the Mamba,
Tyler Hero,
Devin Booker.
Bam Adebayo.
Who else went 13? That's a good list. Let's keep it there.
That's a good list. No, I think Khalil Ware is 15.
We'll just keep it there.
Yeah.
Next team
Zach
we got
LaVine.
is
Okay, I got to give another one in.
okay. Let y'all keep going. Y'all just reeling off 13.
Who's drafted right after Dub? I got no.
Duran? Or was Duran 14?
I'm gonna look up 13.
It might-
13 pick got some good history.
It
out
might
of
be.
UT Santa.
It might be Duran. It might be Duran because I remember the Knicks picked around there, and then I got excited. But then
Because
we
you thought
traded.
y'all were going to get done.
Yeah, and then we traded. You know who we also drafted?
Derek
Technically?
Queen,
It was there.
Derek Queen was a 13?
Donovan Mitchell,
Don.
Carl Malone. Oh my God, it's hella
wow.
Hall of Famers drafted 13.
Was that
Y'all
Duran,
got to
though?
get that
Jalen
13
Duren is
pick.
right. Jalen Duren is
Jalen
right.
Duren. Look at
We also drafted AJ Mitchell. Technically,
Oh, but y'all traded him.
yeah.
Okay.
No, this pick is actually kind of. I mean, it's definitely some misses in here. Don't get me wrong. Chris Duarte had a really good first
Was
month of his NBA
Shabazz
career.
Muhammad a 13?
No, he was not. Papagiannis was though, so that's kind of changing some things.
Shabazz might have been 14.
Kelly Olynyk is a really good pickup at pick 13. Long NBA
I
career.
can see that.
Sean May. Shout out to Sean May.
They don't know who that is.
Marcus Banks was third. Okay.
They don't know who
Richard
that is.
Jefferson.
Richard Jefferson.
Some good
I know
names,
who
man.
Richard Jefferson is.
Good names. Tyler Hansbrough.
I'm surprised you don't know who Marcus Banks is, though.
That sound familiar.
But Sean May is a college guy.
Where's Kira Lewis Jr.? Where's he at nowadays? I ain't heard that name in a minute.
Yeah, I remember I wanted the Knicks to draft him.
Yeah.
May have dodged the bullet.
He
Grady Dick, yeah.
I forgot where he went.
Grady Dick, yeah, what?
He was picked 13 as well.
What's the next rumor?
That Grady Dick requested a trade officially.
Seriously?
He said he'd be open
Yeah,
to
he
a
did.
trade. Yeah.
He did say he was open to getting traded now.
It sound
I
like
mean,
a
they don't-
bull.
Hey, we
That's
take
not no surprise.
every potential trade option we're open to. It just as long as it don't cost us assets, we take Grady. 6'7", can shoot it sometimes. That sounds like a bull.
I don't think this new front office is going to be getting finessed. Think we're going to do the finesse.
Size, he's 6'7" as a 2. Length, he's 6'7" 2. Athleticism, okay, we'll take that one down. Okay, he got 2 with a 4.
That's the goal now? Get at least 2 out of the 4?
But you know, you got to add that other S, and that's shooting.
Yes, we got SLS. And you're going to need some of that alongside a guy like Caleb Wilson,
Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey, who
Trey
get well
Jones.
soon.
Midas Buzelis.
But he is a shooter, so we good on that.
Noah
But that's why we
Singe.
get at pick 13, we trade up. It's going to be Cam Card, the name I mentioned last Tuesday before he had 30 in the showcase game.
Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.